I'd like to say hello and talofa lava to all the viewers out there, especially the teachers and students of Year 7 level. The subject where I am appointing to speak on is English. The area where I am focusing on is essay writing. I would like to share my strategies to you all teachers to help the development of essay writing within the classroom. Due to the fact that I know exactly that this is one of the major problems in exams, that is why I really want to share my strategies to yours. Strategies of teaching essay writing. As a teacher, I know exactly that we all have challenges or issues in essay writing within our classrooms as we face our own students every day. So think of your own challenges where you are facing during the development of essay writing in your classroom. But these are my own challenges. Number one, students didn't understand exactly of how to develop an essay. 2, students are confusing in sequencing of events in writing a story. 3, students' applications of grammar is poorly done. 4, students mostly used unrelated points to the given topic. 5, students are unfamiliar with how to develop an essay. The question is, what will happen if they don't understand and get the ideas to create a perfect essay writing while they are in their primary level of education? Of course, they will continually struggle on correcting their grammar while writing. Doubts on arranging points to form up a good essay. They will continually struggle on creating an essay by self. And of course, they might end up with doing nothing on the exam paper and will get nothing. Teachers, the question is, how can we cope or address these challenges? These are my strategies. Varying our way of teaching essay can easily draw the attention of our students and make them interested in the lesson. We need to change the methods of creating essay from time to time so that we can come up with what method of writing they are struggling of and what they like the most. Number one of my strategies, mentor text. Show an interesting picture or any colorful aid to your students. Ask them to study the picture carefully, then exercise their brain and give out some sentences of own to describe what tells by the picture. Afterwards, your job as a teacher is work with your students. Arrange their sentences in order to form up a good essay. Take, for example, a picture of a Taine Samoa. You have to put up a picture, then let your students come up with every new vocabulary according to the picture. After a while, you can help them create sentences from the adjectives they get from the picture. Strategy number 2, use the method of demonstration. Try to act out something with the help of your students. An example is, act a story of about what Sieni did after school. Let them play the drama of Sieni after school. Afterwards, then let your students write own story of him or her after school instead of Sieni. Strategy number 3, applying prompting or three-choice writing. Let them know that when they are writing an essay on this, there are some keywords where they need to concentrate on. A. Compare and contrast. B. Define. C. Describe. D. Explain. E. List. And F. Persuade. Looking at the picture, it is an example of a sad event. Let your students compare and contrast a sad event there with any other event. Example, a birthday event. Let them define what is happening in the scene. Let your students describe what they look at the picture as a result of a sad event. Explain every moment where people have to do during a sad event. List down every new vocabulary they can catch from a sad event. Let them write a story which can persuade the emotions of their readers. Number 4, use integrated vocabulary method or brainstorming. Write down all the vocabulary they think they can apply to the topic. Then develop sentences. After developing sentences, then end up with creating a story. For example, the topic mother. Your students need to provide every adjectives which can describe a mother. Then let them create their sentences and try to form up an essay. 5. Peer groups. Let the students work with their peers so that they can help each other with your assistance to sequence the points they raised. Strategy number 6, incentive or discussion. We can use a real object to put at the scene. Discuss everything about the object, including adjectives. You can also use questions to guide your writing. Your responsibility as a teacher is to discuss with them what you think is related to your topic. Then let them create a story of what you already discussed. Example, put a flower in front of your class, then let them explain what type of flower is it. And every question you think can relate it to the type of flower. Strategy number 7, you must create a rubric or a marking criteria. In every piece of writing they have to write, we teachers need to provide a rubric. The importance of that is to remind them of how to get high marks from their activity. The example is done for you. You have to get 2 marks if your story has a title. When you come up with a good introduction, you will get 3. When your story is well developed, you will get 3. When there's a solid conclusion in your story, you will get 2 marks. So if you fail to do so, you will get 0. I'm done with my strategies, teachers. My suggestions are: encourage our students that writing can exercise their minds. Secondly, make writing a habit in educational life. Then they will be interested in doing it. Remember, practice makes perfect. Teachers, we are role models in our classroom. So we need to teach them how to cope with the difficulties in writing essay. Lastly, not the least, help them immediately while they are working on it, especially their grammar and how to sequence the events in order to get excellent marks and motivate their intention to do so. Finally, I'd like to share my vision to you teachers as an encouragement. Whether you can use it or not, that is your choice. But I'm encouraging you to use some of these strategies in order to help our students. There are some ways to help us all, to guide our students, to be interested in essay writing and do as an interesting part of life. Using mentor text, or I can demonstrate. Using prompts or free choice writing, or else color coding to identify what's in their mind. Integrated vocabulary we should enrich. Remember to use a rubric for your marking. They can also work with their peers to share ideas. Lastly, not the least, creates an incentive. Once again, thank you.